Are you in a relationship where you're hanging on for dear life and you think that if you hang on, things will change, things will get better because you've told yourself you're not a quitter and you don't give up and you don't give in? Well, if that's you, keep on watching this video because I'm talking to you specifically. Listen to me carefully. It is better to give up and claim defeat than to become depleted. Let me say that again. It's better to throw in the towel and claim defeat instead of being depleted of all your energy, all your life source, and all your spiritual self. So many times I counsel people and I hear, you know what? I hung in there because I was hoping that he or she would change. Or I hung in there because I knew things were going to get better, or I hung in there because I saw some change, and that change didn't last forever, but it was enough to make me think that the person was capable of changing totally. And then 22 years later, 40 years later, you decide, you know what, man, I'm exhausted. They've taken everything from me, my energy, my substance, my will and desire, and even my motivation. That's what happens if you stay long past the time that you were supposed to stay. I always say this. King Solomon said it in Ecclesiastes chapter 3. There's a time for everything under the sun. There's a time to love and a time to hate. How many of you realize that just because you made a mistake does not mean that you have to see the mistake through to the end? A lot of people interpret seeing a mistake through to the end as love, endurance, longevity, stick to itness. But the truth of the matter is that what you're doing really is putting off the inevitable because it will happen when it's supposed to happen. So the longer you stay in something that is not working is really indicative of the fact that you're unable to move on when you're supposed to. I like to think about this life as having opportunities for us to move on. I love to think about this life as opportunities being presented to us, not just daily, but occasionally. Like ever so often, there's a window of opportunity that opens, and if we don't take that opportunity, we get stuck. Can you identify with what I'm saying? How many times did you say you were going to leave and you didn't, and you're here? You're here watching this video and thinking, man, I feel not so good about myself right now. Does it mean you should give up on everything? I'm not saying you should give up on your relationship. I'm not saying you should give up on the thing that you're trying to make work. What I'm saying is that you need to recognize when you should give up and when you should let go and when you should move on. You don't have to hold on to things just to prove that you are not a quitter. You shouldn't have to hold on to things to prove that you are not a failure. You shouldn't have to hold on to anything to prove to anyone except yourself. And you know what proof you should be proving to yourself is that you gave this thing everything you had. It's like my son or my daughter when they were in school. If you gave everything you had to this class, then the grade you got is the grade you deserve because you're telling me you gave everything to it. So then why am I going to complain about the grade? Because you've determined that you gave your best. It's the same with relationships. It's the same with interacting with others. If you truly believe that you've put in every effort that you can into this thing and you're still not getting the results that you think you should get, then maybe you should throw in the towel. Maybe you should realize, you know what? The best decision you can make is not just for yourself, but allowing that other person to realize that you're making the decision for both of you. It's not always easy. Sometimes people will fight people on this whole issue. I've had clients who the other person is done, the other person wants to move on, but the other person is not ready to admit defeat because they really feel that there's something there worth saving. And in those instances, should I say that the person shouldn't try? No, again, I'm not telling you not to try. I'm not telling you that the relationship is not worth it. What I'm saying is sometimes love is about letting go. Love is not always about holding on to something just because you want to hold on to it. Love is about letting that thing go, understanding that true love is about sacrifice. True love is about commitment. to the other person's happiness. And a lot of people don't understand that. What they're holding on to is what they want, what they feel, and what they need. And that's not always love. At that point, it becomes obsession. At that point, it becomes something else. And what it can become is a lesson in futility and defeat. Why be defeated? Why do you have to put yourself through the process where your energy, your motivation, you don't have the will and desire to go on, or the will and desire to even be motivated in all other aspects of your life? But this one thing, all you have to do is let go of this one thing. All you have to do is recognize where you're at, recognize where the other person is at. Tell yourself the truth, face your truth, and realize that truth, even though it's difficult to face, is something that will bring you peace of mind. And along with peace of mind comes freedom. And along with freedom comes true joy and happiness. My name is Ingrid Felton. I thank you for, as always, coming by and visiting me on the YouTube channel. I appreciate you. Please subscribe to the videos, tell others about the videos, like the videos. And if you want to know more about me and what I'm doing, please visit me at ingridfelton.com. Again, remember, instead of feeling depleted, just throw in the towel. Nobody's going to think of you as a failure. What they will see you as is somebody who recognizes when it's time to bow out, and bow out gracefully. Bye.